Um, yeah, this should be fun.
Ooh, okay. Let's quickly bring up deck lists.
Yep.
Poisound. Got that one up. Let me bring up Semper real quick. Get that loaded.
For those of you unfamiliar with the players we're about to look up, SemperEU is a British player from, well, whose name I guess is now a little outdated. He used to be on Team Rangstar when that was a thing, and is now on Team Bandit Gang. Poisound is I want to say Spanish player who is on Team Nova, which is a Spanish-speaking team. Poisound has put up a number of like high finishes in community tournaments, and I don't think has done that much in official tournaments. Semper has been consistently like fairly high on ladder when he has been playing.
Yeah. So if you want to hop into the deck lists, I have Semper's up here. We've got an Imperial Formation, an Uprising, and a Second Wind. The Imperial Formation is Masquerade Ball with the new Usurper, the new Brothans, Fergus. Looks to be Devotion.
Yeah, running Alba Spearman instead of Arbalest.
Yeah,
I
again, the
guess
Spies
instant
payoff.
damage.
Spies payoff just being Enforcers. There's no Thirsty Dames.
Yeah, no dames. So his aristocrats are the two hunters, and then Roderick, Fergus, Vincent, Usurper. So still a pretty high amount of aristocrats. But yeah, no thirsty dames is a little unusual. Also playing Joachim with a number of risky targets, I guess, is potentially a little rough. But
Yeah.
we shall see.
A lot of gold aristocrats is pretty nice to have with Masquerade Ball. Like not having to play your bronzes into the same round that you're trying to play your expensive gold card can be pretty convenient.
Yeah, but still having like the flexibility to do something like Crozer did with Masquerade Ball round one.
Then Uprising here, we've got Draug Neuromancy with Caravan Guards instead of Carrack Frigates. He seems to be on the Carrack Frigate is not that good train, and that is a train that I feel like I can get behind the more and more I see Carrack Frigate played.
Yeah, I mean, Carrack Frigate is awesome when people don't respect it. But certainly now that people are like spending actual gold answers to deal with it, it gets a lot worse.
Notably, no Amphibious Assault.
Yeah, no Amphibious Assault. He is playing Egmont, Sheila, and I think one of the 10 or 11s is generally cut to play Amphibious Assault. So definitely going for a little more like balanced gold pool, but I don't know if that's worth not playing Amphibious Assault.
I
I
don't
suppose
know.
we'll see how it works out for him. He is 2-0 so far.
And then we have the Skellige list, but who cares about the Skellige list because we're probably not going to see it. So, Poisound!
I mean, fair, yeah. Also, I'm looking at the Skellige list, and there's not really a whole lot to discuss.
We got Imperial Formation. This one is pretty similar to Semper's. No Thirsty Dames, Ball, Usurper, Brothans. No Joachim this time. There's an amnesty in
Running
this one.
Invo instead and Bribery. This is, I think, Saber's list exactly.
Is it? Okay.
I could be wrong about that, but yeah, double Arbalest instead of the Alba Spearman that Semper was running.
The only bronze aristocrat is the Van Morelhelm Hunter.
True. Oh, maybe Saber has Thirsty. I don't remember. He posted some list the other day that looked a lot like this, but Nilfgaard lists can sometimes be hard to distinguish.
Yeah. The next list.
They're all like subtly different.
Next list is another Drauganar, this time with Amphibious Assault over Neuromancy. And this one is playing frigates. So we're going to get the frigate versus... Oh, frigate plus Caravan Vanguard versus Caravan Vanguard in the 6th
and
provision slot.
Ronvid. That's fun.
Ooh, I can see that one first.
Yeah. It's funny, I feel like all the Draug lists that Team Artusa is running have both a Neuromancy and Amphibious Assault, and both of these are missing one of those two. But we shall see how it works out.
Yeah, this is
you know what? The Semper's second win didn't have Turkey. That's the only.
Oh, was there no? Yeah. Yep.
Yep. This is second win.
Yeah, second win. We'll talk about it if it doesn't get banned, but from what I've been seeing, there's been a lot of Skellige bans.
All right, let's see. They both banned SK, and Semper is on red.
Surprise!
Yup. So, in case anyone was curious, Skellige got banned again for the third round by both players. Everyone's like, oh,
Uh,
I don't understand all these people who think Skellige is so strong. Like some people on Reddit, it's like, well,
we're gonna be
everyone else
really
seems to
good
think
at
they're
all of
pretty
these
good.
like 5-head Nilfgaard decks after watching them for every round. It's gonna be great.
Right?
Um, but yeah. So a Neuromancy, no frigate versus Amphibious Assault, AA. Or
I mean, yeah,
Amphibious
if
Assault
you just
frigate.
draw all your golds, you don't need a Neuromancy, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the NR philosophy, right?
You just dig.
Yeah. You don't need to play
Ugh.
tutors if you just draw all your golds.
Invite should be there shortly, says Wasubi.
Think how much higher your ceiling is when you get to drop Royal Decree for just another 10 provision card.
Right?
It's like another card you can draw. Instead
Busted.
of only having 9 golds to play all game, you have 10 golds.
All you have to do is not suck at drawing cards.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the invite.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's get everything situated. And let's hope this lobby works.
Just scrolling through chat while I've got a second.
Yeah, I've not been the best at keeping up with chat, but I feel like that's also not the goal of the day.
Fair. Seems like your mods are keeping all the commands up to date, so that's good.
Yeah, mods have been doing great. I think I've timed out like 2 people just because like they're attacking the players and fuck that.
Oh, Gulo is noting that
Oh,
it
right,
might
right.
be worth changing the title
I
to
forgot to do
that
that
they were
last time
still on
too. I had to
cams
do it mid
versus
game.
Sensu. I have hit ready, and oh, there it goes. Quick.
I got it. I got it updated.
Nice.
So we get the formation mirror with Poisound on blue.
All right.
Fawn in hand, off to a good start.
Right. Overall though, pretty decent hand. He's got the crossbowman and a couple of soldiers to play. So he can mostly just probably chill and play some bronzes.
Yeah.
Um,
I. So the subtleties of these 2 lists. How much does winning round 1 matter?
okay, so let me take a look again at what they're running. They are both, neither of them are strategic formation or strategic withdrawal. So that means that no one's going to be really abusing the enforcer setup, which
Mm-hmm.
means I think winning round 1 doesn't matter too much.
They do both have enforcers though, and I don't know how much that matters.
I guess it matters if joust happens. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
we are seeing Poisound committing to not using Ramon for a double crossbowman.
The old
So he's
proactive
not planning to
crossbowman
play
on
more than
blue.
a,
Ugh,
yeah,
feels
that's
bad.
also perhaps a little rough. I might have personally have like flipped the lamp and jousted it, but I don't know. This is an option.
Is certainly an
There's
option.
neither of them are running amnesty, right?
No, one of them is. I think it's Poisound. Yeah.
Oh, Poison is okay. Because I was gonna say dropping proactive crossbowman into amnesty would be game losing.
Oh, we got that super fast turny joust. I'm feeling good about this series. I
Get
think we're
that
gonna get some
magna
fast
out of
plays.
there. Yeah, right. I think Semper is like a on the faster side of things player. I don't really know much about Poison.
I like these really jarring games where one player ropes every turn and the other player just instantly plays their card.
It might be like, I mean, I'm not suggesting this is why the players are doing it, but it might have a psychological effect as well, right? If like the other person's playing faster, you might like try and play fast to like keep up,
That's a
but
real
it's not actually
thing.
helping you.
That's a real thing in physical card games. You just don't like when you're face to face with your opponent and you just don't want to play at their pace.
Isn't that a thing in chess as well?
Probably. I just say physical card games because it's where the background that I come from. Because I played a
Fair.
lot of like paper Magic, paper Yu-Gi-Oh.
This is a pretty rough round for Poisound. He's played 2 cards without the deploys for, uh, what is that? 5 and 3 points apiece.
This is one of the most depressing blue coins that I've ever seen. Oh no. So
But yeah.
yeah.
Someone's suggesting that Shinmiri would have a heart attack watching someone play so fast, but the funny part is, like, you ever watch Shinmiri stream? His opponents are often very fast players, and he does not give one hoot.
Caught yourself there.
Caught myself. Alright, we're now seeing the crossbowman play for points. Feels weird.
So the amnesty target comes down and no amnesty in sight.
Yeah.
On
Alright.
the bright side, there's not an easy way to get ahead here. So it looks like despite the proactive crossbowman
Poisound is actually getting a pass.
and the proactive arbalist, we're getting out.
Wow. Yeah,
Whatever works.
I'm fairly surprised. I guess I could imagine Semper could take a Joachim here. But like, is there even a point in tempoing ahead?
Yeah, I feel like the Joachim can just like go bad too. There's a lot of cards you don't want to play in this deck.
So like, unfortunately, Semper also can't play a Fangs. He has to play Enforcer to take this, because Fangs doesn't tempo. Yeah, it doesn't tempo ahead. This is the weirdest round 1 I imagine we'll see at this tournament. Here's a bunch of players playing cards that don't really do anything, and then they just kind of pass.
This is the best round I've ever seen.
Oh my god. This is like, yeah, I don't even know. They're just like, come on, man, let's skip to round 3. We both know we're waiting for it.
God, Nilfgaard is such a strong faction.
Right? Like, no! Oh my god, he's burning a leader charge instead! I was wrong, he wasn't gonna play the Enforcer, it's too valuable. That's 2 points of Poisound got out of this round with 2 points of carryover.
How?
I'm
It was
in shock. I don't know what's
played
happening.
2 3-point cards.
That's how you get carryover, don't you know? Afan came back to say hello again.
This game's breaking me.
Wait, hold on. That Enforcer wasn't 3 points. It was a 5-point Enforcer. The armor got hit off of it. Please,
no.
none of this 3-point crossbowman nonsense.
Okay, what's going on here? Does either player have a proactive play this time?
No. Does Semper want to discard a Tony Jazz? Is that his play? No, he could play Fangs maybe? I don't know.
Oh god.
I mean, if he plays Fangs, it actually trades up to literally anything. Right? Because, like, Poisound can't even do it in 1 without spending a gold. I don't know. I think I've lost my mind. I don't understand what's happening anymore. Why can't people play points? Alright, that's a dry pass into what? Like another 4th version card? So Poisound has played, let's see. I'm just massing over his graveyard. He's got 2 Arbalists, a Crossbowman, a Tornijast, and a Djinn. Or what is this called? Lamp Djinn.
Yeah.
And now he's playing another 4. Anyways, on to round 3.
We made it. We somehow survived this trek.
Oh my god. What a time, huh? This is, big stuff. Alright, now we're seeing the actual cards. More bronze in Semper's hand. Time to get rid of that. Draws another Enforcer, but doesn't have Ramon. Is that the deciding factor here? Ooh, draws into an oh, he's got a third mulligan because he was at 8. Draws into.
Hey!
Now we're cooking with gas! Both players rocking hands that have a good amount of gold in them.
Now, how much does the first play matter here?
So my inclination is to say quite a bit.
In my experience, when I've played this matchup, the first play hasn't mattered too much because of the armor on the Enforcers. The Enforcer doesn't actually end up killing the other Enforcers, so both players just end up getting value.
Yeah, and I suppose it is also different when Poisound does not actually have the amnesty, because he can't just steal one of the Enforcers that Semper plays.
Oh, true. That probably would have been a big deal.
Because it's either you buff your Enforcers a lot with the remaining leader charges or not.
Immediately takes the lock. Now, what's our poison situation? We've got 2 from the ball. We potentially have 1 from Brothens making a copy. Do we just want to unlock this Enforcer? We're currently on an even number of poisons if we don't, assuming we get to copy.
Now there is a Purify in Semper's deck, but the chances that he gets it are quite low. He doesn't have Roderick, which means he can't dig it out that way. And he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, assuming he gets the off on out first, 6 potential Joachim targets, so it's a 16% chance he could even find the Purify.
Yeah.
So odds are not great. Unlocking it might be the play here. Double lock.
Takes the second one. I mean, he doesn't need them for anything else.
I guess.
Yeah.
And he does in fact unlock one of them. Presumably gonna hold the charge now.
So we're still the first one to establish our Enforcers, but I guess now the Fergus is live immediately too, since there's enough units in play.
Well, I think one of the things that might matter here a lot is Semper having 3 Enforcers he needs to get down can't really keep up with the Masquerade Ball from Poisound and has to play his own Masquerade Ball considerably later.
Yeah, and that's why I think
we saw downside here.
Yeah, we saw Poisound mulligan one of his Impera Enforcers, I think specifically to avoid that kind of situation.
Right. Because again, if you're not throwing down the Enforcers first, and you still want to proc Masquerade Ball, you're going to be using things that otherwise would accrue more points.
Yep, and now we've just got the Enforcers number 1 of 3, the armored one. But yeah, the most damage we could deal here would be just 4 if we were to immediately gun the Fergus. So that does not kill the Enforcer.
Let's see, it does seem unlikely. Ooh, a Duchess's Informant to then copy the Enforcer. Alright.
That's one way to build them up.
Yeah.
Protect it, yep. Because at 6 they don't die.
And Semper is also missing Brothens. That's kind of huge. Brothens is a ton of points in the mirror. He's 2 engines, and another spy trigger as well. Plus, I guess, double assimilate for if you play things like Cupbearer. I'm definitely liking Poisound's situation here. He's got everything he needs to establish. He's got a handful of gold, and is just ready to rock.
Yeah, this Semper's still developing engines, and this is the turn where Enforcers get big. Fergus just straight up kills the 6-point Enforcer, right? And if you use more charges, you have to worry about potentially Invo? I don't know if that's a thing you'd ever want to do. But yeah, I imagine it's just the Fergus turn.
Yeah, it looks like he's hovering it too. And there's still another turn of setup with Semper. This is definitely like taking just too long. For all the engines and all the targeted pings, it's just like, this is not where you want to be.
Mm-hmm. He's thinking about that. Yeah, decides it is just Fergus time, putting spying on the other Enforcer so that that could potentially be the Vincent target, maybe? But
Potentially, yeah. Not really a reason to spend these other 3 charges, I think.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they just say player connection
loss
lost.
trying to reconnect.
We have a Gwen open situation on our hands.
Oh, they came back. We're all good. I think.
I don't know.
Well, the turn ended and he shot something, so.
That might have just roped though, and we gotta. I don't know. No,
Nope, seems to still be moving.
I think we're fine. Okay.
I guess it just didn't tell us that he reconnected. Probably just hovers that until they reconnect.
Good. Now, do we need this in though for anything, or do we just kill this engine? Because there's still the Fergus. This thing is worth.
There is a Joachim coming down, but it probably comes down last, right? So.
Well,
maybe last. Yeah, I guess since Poisound has already played Fergus, free to play other things earlier.
Just decides to get down the Thirsty Dame. Give his opponent a turn with Enforcers too. Deciding exactly when to use his buffs on. Because this is the turn where damage matters a lot, right? This is going to be the Enforcer turn coming up. Fergus comes down. Opponent has 7 pings. So can't keep everything out of removal range. Decides to just spend the pings. And protect... Oh, he just protected the Enforcer. Okay. Does he just boost to 7? Yeah.
It looks like he boosted the other Enforcer to 6.
Yeah.
I see. So he doesn't really seem to care about the Dame.
Yeah.
But yeah, I imagine we still see Fergus come down here and just oh, never
no,
mind.
just
Masquerade
ball. Just ball. So this Roderick is Vincent to clean up both Enforcers. The Vincent kills one, then 2 poisons kills the other. I can't
don't really
imagine
see a better use for this, yeah.
a line other than that. Unless you really just want to save this Roderick to try to get Invo value, but I don't see that being necessary. Yeah.
And neither does he. Alright, so gonna get that first poison down. Like I said, presumably hitting the Para-Enforcer, cleaning up the spying one, and double poisoning the other one.
That is a big turn.
Yep, plus a couple of Assimilate procs. Why the hell not?
Plus some Para-Enforcer pings. Yeah, this is yeah.
So the funny thing about bribery here, though, is if it can roll into Fergus, you can potentially get the blowout play against Usurper, depending on when Poisound plays his Usurper and Fergus.
Is there a chance that row limit comes into effect here? It's like
maybe.
Kind.
It's getting a little close, yeah.
There's 2 poisons and a Vincent. There's also an Usurper, a Joachim. I don't know. Probably not, but the sort of thing you always got to keep an eye on with these Usurper decks.
Yeah. Well, it does look to be playing towards the row limit. Rolls into his Brothans. Wow. That is some good stuff.
That was... I guess all of a sudden, row limit might be... Nah, okay.
What this means is there's a danger if Semper plays his. Okay, well, okay. You always take the invo here first, right? You invo the Brothans. You're never getting something better. And presumably, oh, he actually rolls the bribery now before Fergus and Usurper have come down, and rolls it into a Magna division. Oh
That's
God!
unfortunate. Yeah. If you had taken
I mean,
the invo first.
yeah,
So putting this ranged makes his own usurper worse?
yeah. Not really sure about that one. I think he might not be either. But he has quite a few points up. His opponent does still have another poison. Where did we see where the first one landed? Oh, he
Um,
copied it, right, to kill Brothans. Brothans does sound a little like a dude bro kind of thing. But it's fine.
okay. So this Fergus plus Vincent means, I guess, the Magna Division is gonna end up being the biggest thing.
Man, that Fergus feels really late. If he's not holding it for like Usurper or something, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's a reason to want to hold it, right? Because you deny your opponent from playing their Usurper early.
Right.
Yeah, now we take the Invo
So
on the
yoinks the
Brothans.
Brothans. It was really hard for me to see without the targeting that wasn't just him discarding.
Yeah.
Invo, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, look, man, I know I'm not as good a player as Poisound, but so now you either play a slightly lower value Usurper or you play Vincent and kill something, and both those don't seem great.
Yeah, and this doesn't look
I guess
like...
it's like, oh, we both get lower, or no, you have to play the Usurper first, right? And then
regardless,
you kill something, and
this
is not close. Yeah, almost a 40-point difference between the two players. Before this Vincent comes down, I guess, which is still only like 16 points. All right, 22-point spread at the end.
Gap.
That is a big deal here. So yeah, I think it was literally just like Semper had a lot more setup to do than Poisound, and it happened slower. So Poisound built a huge advantage off of denying the enemy's usurpers.
Yeah.
Very interesting to see how first play did end up mattering there, rather than just players kind of doing similar things.
It
Poisound
mattered
really taking advantage of a situation.
It mattered in a weird way too, because like both players, it was like enforcers then lock, then enforcers then lock, then purify, then play by enforcers, copy your enforcers. It got
it did end up happening in a pretty strange way.
And like he had
so
a window to play as Fergus and get enforcer value. He just chose to establish his masquerade ball instead.
He might have been banking on Poisound not knowing the Usurper Fergus interaction.
Possibly.
And trying to just do the mega yoink, as they say.
I feel like at this level, the players are respecting each other enough to know that, or at least to assume that they'd be aware of an interaction like that.
Fair enough. So yeah, it is now 1-0 Poisound. His Nilfgaard is out of the running, which means it is his Uprising that is up now.
Yep.
Oh, goody. I was getting bored.
Alright, so we're seeing Amphibious Assault and a Bomb Heaver in the opening hand. That is talent right there. A bunch of bronzes to play. And in fact, his hand is entirely bronze except for a 6 provision gold and Amphibious Assault. Oh, and we got a Visigourd. That's not particularly helpful for this round, but certainly Poisound has a lot of cards he's okay playing in round 1. Oh, and he gets a Falibor too.
Yeah.
That helps.
So it's Semper on blue, and he actually has the Magna Division. No 3-point proactive plays this game.
That was a Santu slam right there. Poisound's like, hey, look, I got a boiling oil. I think I know where this goes.
So what do we do now? Is this ramen? Are we proactive crossbowman again? We're against NR, right? Like we gotta be a little concerned.
Yeah. I feel like.
I love this deck.
All right, he's just going. He's just
Forces
going
from
Imperial
hand.
Enforcers.
Okay.
I guess figures that Ramon is too important for actually pushing round 3 or pushing round 2 or securing round 3.
Mm-hmm.
Though there's definitely an argument to just be like, yeah, definitively win round 1.
Hammer now. Ask questions later.
Especially because he has literally no spies.
Yeah,
Except
this
Robin's.
enforcer's not doing anything really. It's a 5, maybe 6-point card if we commit the province too.
I'm sorry, Samper, but your hand says that you gotta play Ramon this round.
I mean, if we go crossbowman, then we've got Alba Spearman set up. I can see this working.
He agrees with you.
Even at full gallop.
We shall see if this works out.
He's got Lamp Chin. It's fine. Ooh. Prioritizes the Impera Enforcers over the armor.
And picking the armor does feel pretty bad.
That's true.
Don't move, love, and maybe I'll spare you.
I guess there's only so many
Now,
warriors in this deck too.
This is a 50-50. Can Semper pull it off?
Spearman looks so good.
Can he do it?
He's gonna think about it first.
No better.
Respectable.
50-50.
Maybe he wasn't
He
thinking.
nails it.
He might not have
Semper
been
pulling
thinking.
this round out.
He might have just been pausing to manipulate the RNG. He knew if he waited a specific amount of time, that ping was gonna go where he wanted it.
That's what separates good players from great players.
Truly.
You know, okay, I was a real doubter, man. I was thinking he had to play Ramon, but this is just working out perfectly.
Yeah,
He's
this
literally
is...
clearing Poisound's board
Yeah.
with bronzes. With 4th
Yep.
division bronzes. That's OP.
Not like maybe this AA would come down at some point and make things a little harder, but no, just
Everyone's content to just have a
getting away with it.
play some bronzes and chill. That's gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna start saying that, like Netflix and chill.
Play some bronzes and chill.
Dude, Poisound and Semper are into it. What's the problem, you know?
Yeah, overall, significantly less embarrassing round 1 than the previous game. Always good to see decks working.
Yep. Instead of just like, anyways, I don't really believe in proactive plays, so here's something. Meanwhile, Semper
This is a hand.
does not have anything. Does not have proactive plays. Yet again. Maybe he'll toss the Van Morlehem Hunter. He doesn't need that.
This is in our hand, though. Oh, man.
He did it. He passed the test.
Oh, man.
The only things he is currently missing are Voimir, Frigates, Adalia,
He's missing a few things.
and Unsace. That's intense. And he can get Voimir with Assault.
He can get Voimir with Assault. I wonder what the plan is here. Like, you're definitely playing around with this round, but... what are you doing other than that?
Are you?
Is our
You
Drow
sure you're
deck
not
pushing?
just banking on your ability to slap Draug around? It is nice that you can basically force him to play Draug second to last turn of the game. Nope, he's going for it. Proactive crossbowman, let's go. We got like 2 soldiers in hand. We're ready.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking at this NR hand the whole time. I really haven't looked at what was going on the Nilfgaard side.
It is not much. That's the answer.
We got another proactive crossbowman. You love to see it.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That like honestly, with Semper's hand, I would probably play the hunter and pass. Like, look, man, I don't love my odds against Draug, but do I love them more like this?
I'm sure he's played this matchup. I'm sure he knows what he can and can't afford to do, but
Fair enough. He could now informant to grab that frigate.
this is a... Ooh.
He's just
Takes
gonna
a
go
lock
block.
instead.
I guess he can always informant later. Although you can use informant to generally brick the frigate, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, like it bricks the frigate and gives you an engine. I usually...
Yeah. Maybe he's hoping
really
to just
like
pick up
going
a
for it.
soldier though, but I mean we can see from Poisound's hands there aren't really a lot of soldiers to yoink. Or not yoink, but copy.
Mm-hmm. It's not like he's gonna get value out of copying Caravan Vanguards. There's not that many informants. It's not like he's the assembly deck.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Here's number one.
Imagine he had
Splits
amnesty.
them up. Doesn't allow Brothans to win the game. Good play, good play.
Always something you want to do.
Yeah, here's Brothans anyways. This time copy it instead.
My duty? To stick my nose where it
Okay,
happens to
well, we do it now. A little bit later.
Sure. Although, yeah, there just aren't that many more plays that you probably want to make, right?
Yeah.
Like, we can just see it reinforcements here and not give a crap.
Yeah, it's currently not hard to keep up.
I guess you just
but
Vincent and make a dude. Because, like,
It's big.
Vincent isn't ever getting better.
Probably the best Vincent you're gonna get.
Yep, he agrees.
Starts to get a little hard here. Caravan Vanguard is no longer overtaking, but like again, you'd be going in round 3 still with all of you. Ooh, just
That
plays the Trout.
is huge. That might be exactly what Semper needed, actually.
Interesting.
This info now gets him. I mean, this info doesn't really like get him ahead per se, but it does mean that he can go into round 3 with a bunch of humans and Draug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was not expecting the drop there, but
I guess Poisound figures that if he gets out of this round, having being a card up with Amphibious Assault, Falivor, and Visigurd is probably good enough.
yeah, he still has Dahlia left, so he wants to
He has
keep.
to spend one of them, yeah.
Yeah, he wants to
And
keep
he's
one of the
15
caravans.
points down. Well, not really 15 points down.
So, what year are we going hard?
He is going
we
hard.
are
Wow.
going hard. Okay. Interesting.
Now, I could imagine us seeing something like full leader into Visigurd to just try and get as much value this turn as you can, but does that even actually get him ahead? I don't think it does.
Well, there's 3 revs left. I don't know, this is a lot of points.
I guess.
It has to, right?
No, I can't do math. It definitely gets him
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. This is so gross. This is so gross. Oh. So you traded leaders. You have a Draug. How much does this Draug matter? It's a 5-card round.
I like how he's holding the
Aw.
last 2 pings.
Hmm.
As if he's like, no, we're gonna keep going.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, this the ball's not gonna stick. There's no way to force it through. There's no defender. Semper looks
Masquerade Ball is the
solidly down
greatest thing
card.
that's ever happened to casting.
In what way?
I mean, just things like what you just said. Talking about whether people are single ball or 2 ball,
Okay.
double ball. It's just a lot of fun.
I was
Maybe
unaware.
I'm
My
just a
bad.
5-year-old, but
My bad.
maybe I'm just a 5-year-old, but it is a lot of fun. All right, double tourney joust. Let's go. That is not great. Here's an enforcer to replace your tourney joust.
Also, better, I guess. You got the Fergus.
Yeah, but
There's
and Masquerade Ball.
There's a Thirsty Dame.
Yep. I mean, it is better than not. It's better than probably. All right, let me take a look at it, Zach.
It is
It is better than things that aren't Joachim.
true.
Anyways, here's a frigate. Good luck.
Yeah, this frigate just lives.
Yep.
Funny.
There's just nothing to do about that. I guess he can try and make it take a while to get value. Whoops.
I smell a leak.
Catch. Oh, nope. You smell the
Alright,
leak.
so I'm guessing it's something. The order has to be something like Enforcer, Usurper, Draug, Fergus. That doesn't sound good. I don't like how that sounds.
Well...
It could be Usurper, Draug, Enforcer, Fergus. I don't know. None of these sound great.
So when the Enforcer happens, we have AA for... Mauler? AA for Mauler lines up Falibor and enables the frigate.
Maybe? Well, here comes the Usurper.
Will be right.
Oh, just not even establishing the Enforcer first?
No, so the other... I guess you could have also played the Enforcer on a different row and then Fergus last turn to try and use Enforcer like a Visicard. But, I mean, that never would have worked anyways.
Yeah, this is a...
Yeah, this definitely looks like Poisound is getting the old 2-0 here.
Well, it's round 3.
Right, I mean in terms of games.
But it went to round 3 both games, Drags.
Oh my god. Trina, could you explain to me why Amphibious Assault is good?
Well, we're about to find out. I think it's
Oh,
gonna
man.
become very
Wait,
apparent.
but someone told me that it should be counted as 11 for 12 in total because math of some sort.
Huh. I'd wonder how that math is being done. But anyway, we've got a game to cast. I don't know why you're trying to
Yeah.
change the topic on us. Come on, we're
All
trying
right,
to
so
be
yeah, it
professional
looks like we're gonna
casters.
see a giant Falibor that ends the game.
Oh, this game is already
And
over.
it brings back Ronvid for bonus fun. Yeah, alright. Done, right? Like,
So we get to Draug. We get to
we gotta...
kill Ronvid. That's exciting. I like killing Ronvid.
Yeah, if Mr. Opponent says that's okay. Mr. Opponent might just buff it up. Yup.
I guess it's not okay. Okay.
That is
Well-
not a good finisher.
That was a lot of work to get a 8-point Draug.
Yep.
These I invade.
That was unfortunate.
I sign.
Anyways, here's Fergus.
We're ahead without even playing the last card.
Oh, you know what? Fergus was 10 points. I forgot about the Thirsty Dame.
Yeah.
That was not as bad as I thought. But this is going to be a 2-0 in the series, with Poisound taking it against Semper. Semper's Nilfgaard just not doing what it had to.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
So yeah, I guess,
That's the rounds.
yeah, I was definitely kind of curious to see the other match, the other Draug mirror, but that's just not happening.
Never
This
happens.
is-
Just the swiftest defeat.
Shadow's thanking us for being chill. I mean, not us specifically, but all the casters. And has shown appreciation. So thank you, Shadow Play Red. That is very kind.
Indeed, indeed.
So yeah, that was one of the first matches done, which I guess is not surprising.
It is very
Um,
unfortunate. We've got one more series to cast, and we're gonna have to wait.
And we're gonna wait.
There were a few that finished first. Okay.
Yeah. That was certainly a very like dynamic game, right? Like
There were
here's this
games that
kind of
went to
questionable hand from Semper, leading to somehow winning round 1. Then going into a very ambitious push round 2 that just did not pan out.
Yeah. There were games that went to 3 games and finished already.